Hey guys, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a different video today. I wanted to talk today about ADD, or also ADHD as well. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was about 6 years old. Over my time with it, knowing I've had this, I don't want to call it a disease because I think it's a part of who I am, and I wouldn't change it. But it's been a speed bump basically that I have had to overcome. I don't think it's as big of a speed bump as a lot of people have faced in their life. So I'm not trying to make light of anybody else's situation that they're in. But this is my own personal experience, and this is kind of what I've gone through. First off, I would like to state I am not a medical professional, nor am I an expert in the field of ADHD or ADD. If you think you have ADD or ADHD, please go see a doctor. I'm not an expert. I've had it for over 20 years now. These are a few tips and a few tricks, I guess, that I've used in my life that have really helped me really overcome the speed bump. So the first one, no music, no television, no distracting noises. Stuff like music, I'm going to just end up focusing on that. I'm going to end up singing along or whatever. I'm not going to be able to focus. As I've gotten older though, I've been able to create like playlists, with a very long playlist, stuff I haven't had to go in and interfere with, stuff with non-lyrical music. So stuff like, soundtracks. The big one that I use a lot is the Mass Effect soundtrack, the games. I took all those soundtracks, threw them into one Apple Music playlist. I'll try and put the link in the description below. I threw that whole thing into one playlist. I hit shuffled, put it on repeat, put the playlist on repeat, and just let it go in the background. It has played for days for me, and it's done wonders. I try and stay away from big movie soundtracks that I know stuff to, like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings, kind of things like that. I know those soundtracks too well. I'll end up focusing on that, listening for things. I'm backing off on those. Television, I'm just going to end up sitting there and watching it. I still to this day think, okay, well, I'll go sit in the living room of my apartment, sit down with my laptop and watch some TV and do some work. It doesn't happen. Background noise. Big areas like coffee shops and, restaurants, anything like that. Breweries. If you can't tell by the hats I wear, I like craft beer. I try and stay away from those places when I want to work because I'm just gonna end up talking to people. If you're going to places like that and you have ADD, you're not gonna get anything done. I've pretty much built my area, my workplace, to be very non-distracting. I have televisions in here, or the television I do have is for testing and it's getting pulled out, but everything that I have in here has a purpose, and that purpose is to help my productivity. Set my bed. I just needed a place to sleep. I try and keep everything that's distracting in my closet. Actually, that's not the closet. That's the closet. Don't know why I put it there. The closet's in there. Try and keep all the distracting stuff in there, so I can go in and pull it out if I need. When I say distracting stuff, I mean like desk toys, Lego sets. I have a few around the area, but they're really just display stuff. Any like tech stuff that I know I'll just sit around and play with, video game consoles and stuff like that. I try and keep in the closets and kind of up, so I have to actively go in there and do it. I can't just distract myself with it by picking it up. And the next one is kind of weird because it all depends on the situation you're in. But no messaging, social apps, things like that, things that you can actively just start talking to people. Whenever I'm doing big work project like writing, editing, something like that I'm really trying to just push hard on, I put all my devices in Do Not Disturb. I use iOS for everything, so it's kind of easy, and Mac OS on the desktop, so it's really easy to put in Do Not Disturb. I'm sure there's something for Android users if you're an Android user. But what I did is I created a few favorites. So like my parents, my roommate, people that need to get a hold of me, can absolutely get a hold of me, even if those devices are in Do Not Disturb. But this way I'm not getting distracting messages from people that just kind of want to chat about stuff, emails, Facebook stuff, Twitter stuff. A while back, I wrote a blog post about this. And I was kind of reading it. It's not the best blog post, but maybe I'll do a video on it. I did a notification purge. I went through my phone, I have two iPads, and my Apple Watch. And I basically set everything, my two iPads, to not have any notifications. Now, iMessage, Facebook, Twitter, nothing. No notifications on those. All notifications go through my phone, but subsequently they go to my Apple Watch. my phone pretty much just stays in do not disturb mode the whole time, and all notifications come to my watch, so I can deal with it on my watch. Pretty much have a lot of notifications turned off, just to the point where people can get a hold of me and information I need. That's it. I also don't have any games on my phone as well. Games are just, you're just asking to be distracted by putting games on your phone. I get it. Some people like it. I have an iPad that I put games on, but I don't keep that anywhere near my desk because I'm just going to distract myself. This last one is really kind of like the previous one. It really depends on your situation, and everyone's different. It's not something everyone can just go and do, but it's not having any people around. My day job, I work with a group of people. I sit in an area with a bunch of people around me, so it's kind of helped me get better at this one. But if you have ADD or ADHD and you can avoid having people around you, do it, because you will be able to focus so much easier. If you're not pulling them into conversations and they're not pulling you into conversations, that's one less distraction you need and that you can focus on. The whole point of this video is pulling distractions away. It's talking about just what you can do to get rid of distraction. The more stuff you have around you, the more people you have pulling at you, the more likely you are to get distracted and to get pulled away. I hope this is helping people. If you have ADHD or ADD and you have any suggestions on if any tips or anything, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for your time. I hope this video helps some people. Thanks, guys.